Hi guys. Okay, so my name is Courtney McCravey. I am currently a double diamond in the business, and so I kind of wanted to make a video on this because I have so many people ask me how I work my business every single day. And so it is so simple. And so the key is just making it as simple as you can, and being organized. And I am not the most organized person in the world, okay? So definitely not a green personality. If you know the personality colors, I'm definitely not a green, but I like to have kind of like an idea of what I'm doing and kind of a organization just a little bit. So I just wanted to make this video so that so I can show you exactly what I do every single day. That makes me enroll distributors and customers like crazy. So, first things first. I want to start off with saying never compare yourself to people, okay? Never. That was a big thing when I first started was comparison, and then I, realized that everyone has different journeys. Everyone started this business at different times, and everyone has different networks. So you can never compare yourself to other people's journeys. What you can do is literally just take tips from other people and try them yourself and see if they work for you. If not, cool, try another tip. So this video is not for you to do exactly what I do. This is something that I'm making that will hopefully help you. And if it doesn't, maybe someone else's video will help you, but maybe this will help you. So that's why I want to make this video. So let me just start off by saying the most important thing in this entire business is consistency. Okay, I know some new distributors are going to be watching this, maybe some people that's been in the business a while. The biggest thing for me that has helped me be successful is being consistent every single day in my business, no matter what. No matter what. Okay, so no excuses. If I'm not feeling well, you best believe I'm still posting. If I'm having a really busy day, I make sure I carve out time for my business. Because here's the thing. Everyone that wants to be successful in this business has to know that it takes working it every single day to be successful. And what you have to do is make it such a priority, like brushing your teeth in the morning. Okay? And the thing is, and I'm hugely pregnant right now, so I'm going to be adjusting because my back is killing me. So anyways, off topic, I'm squirrely. But the biggest thing that people struggle with is the consistency. And that is mostly why people quit, or people don't see success, is because they just aren't consistent, and then they don't give it long enough to be consistent, and then they just stop and give up. And that is so unfair, and like you're cheating yourself by doing that. And so this business is not a get rich quick business, okay? This business takes time to grow. Do you think Apple grew overnight to a billion-dollar company? No, they did not. It took a lot of trial and error. It took a lot of making mistakes. They had probably had to redo a ton of stuff to figure out what the better way was. It's the same way with this business, okay? So here's the thing. You have to go in with an open mind. You have to be coachable, and you have to just want to learn more. You know, you have to have that open mind to where you don't just think you know everything, okay? Because if you're open to learning more every single day, it's only going to do you good, okay? So making sure, and ask yourself, if you feel like you're not being successful right this minute, ask yourself, am I doing this daily? Am I being consistent? Am I posting? Am I posting every day? Am I messaging every day? Am I adding to my network every day? And is every day going to be perfect? No. Life happens sometimes, but I want you guys to know that you cannot make your why your excuse, okay? So if you're putting your excuses ahead of your why, that is probably why you're not seeing anything grow in your business right this second, if you're feeling this way. So making sure that you are carving out time no matter what. So if my son's sick, I'm making sure, of course, I'm taking care of him, but he is my why, right? So if he's sick, I'm just thankful that I'm able to be home to take care of him and not have to worry about making arrangements at work or like sending him to daycare anyways, like a lot of parents have to do. This business has allowed me to stay home with him. And so why would I not be consistent in this, even though he's sick? because this is the whole reason why I'm able to be home to take care of him. So I'm not going to put this on the back burner because this is like my reason. This is how I'm able to be home with him every single day. So you have to remember and think of it like that. Of course, like I would take care of him. I'm not saying that, but you have to remember those things. And this business, y'all, you guys, it's so simple to do and it's so simple not to do. Okay. So being your own boss is not easy. Okay. But it is so worth it. What blows my mind is we tend to work so hard for other people and to make them money. And we go to work and show up to work at the exact, 8 o'clock on the dot, and we get to leave at 5 o'clock or whatever, like your daily job. And it's like, why would you show up for that but not show up for yourself in this business? You are your own boss. You get to make your own paycheck. You are paid based off your efforts. I was never paid based off my efforts. It doesn't matter how hard I worked in my dental assisting job, I got paid the same. Okay. And even people that were lazy and didn't work as hard as me got paid more than me. So it's like, that's not fair. And I never want to have to experience that again. No matter what, I know this business is going to pay me what I put into it. And you have to ask yourself before you get mad or you're getting stressed or discouraged about not being successful, you have to ask yourself a few things. Am I being consistent? Am I giving this business time to grow? If you're on your second day in the business and you're like, this business isn't working, I haven't signed a customer yet, you need to slow your roll because that's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to just take it day by day, be open-minded, like I said, and just know that it's going to take time. And if you are being consistent and you're putting tasks in every single day that your distributor is training you, and if you're not, if you feel like your upline isn't training you the way you want to be, go to their upline. Find someone, to ask. If you're ready to run, don't let anybody stop you. You run, okay? So we have so many tips and so many YouTube videos out there that's going to help you be successful in this. I lived off YouTube videos when I first started this business, lived off Jade Hooper's YouTube videos. I wanted to learn how to do this business and do it right and be successful so badly. It made me just I would dream about this business. And that is what you want to do, because if you have to make a decision, you have to have a strong enough why. And so, you can't wait around on people to give you help and give you answers. You need to find them on your own. That's another thing. My sponsor was amazing. She taught me so many things, but I also knew that she also had a life and she couldn't be with me every second and every day and answering my texts all day long. I knew that I had to go find answers. I knew there was resources out there to help me be successful. So make sure you're not waiting on someone to tell you what to do or anything. That's why I'm making this video. So hopefully it helps you, with some tasks and knowing what to do in your business, but also knowing that we all have felt scared when we first get started, or we feel sometimes we have little funks that we get in. I have them too. It's normal, but you know what? The key is you got to keep going. If you stop, what is that going to do? It's only going to hurt you worse. If you're not consistent every day, if you don't do your business 1 day or 2 days, guess what? It hurts you 3 or 4 days. And so it takes you that much longer to make up for the 1 day that you just didn't do the business. So another thing with the enrolling distributors, so I'm going to go into that really quick because this is a huge thing. This is how I'm enrolling crazy amounts of distributors. And so it is by posting. I am someone that I do not message to become a distributor, cold message. I used to, and I'm not saying that's wrong. There's not a wrong or right way, but I've learned that focusing on the heartfelt posts that are really coming within, that I really am taking time to think about, posts that, me putting it works into my life, not a post that's a copy and paste post, or one that's join my team for $99 or whatever promotion we have going on right now or whatever. It's not like that. You want to post like you are talking to one specific person. So I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm pregnant So I can relate to moms or moms to be. And so those are usually who I target because I know that was my why. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and this business allows me to do that. So I'm going to talk about that. Okay. So you can talk about, if you're a college student, talk about how you're able to make some extra money on the side while being in college, and that you're so thankful you don't have to work a full-time job while you're in school. Or if you do work full-time, talk about how thankful you are that you're able to make some extra income to put in your savings account, or whatever your thing is, whatever you're doing, like whatever your why is. You don't have to be stay-at-home mom to be successful in this business. Most of my team is full-time workers with children. I have even single parents. Like, everybody's life is different, and that's such a beautiful thing because you want to talk about you and how you incorporate this business into your life. So if you want more of like an example of how I post, you can always go to my Facebook and follow me. It's just Courtney McGravy. And just really just read how I post. In the best way that I learned how to do that was just by watching. I watched my leaders, how they posted, what they posted, the quality of their pictures, making sure that you are posting quality pictures, bright, pretty pictures. So most of the time when I'm talking about the opportunity, I'm posting a selfie, or I'm posting a picture of me and Lane, my son, or a family picture, and I'm talking about how grateful I am, what this business has done for me, and what it's going to do for me. So if you're someone that's new and you're like, well, I don't have a story yet. Yes, you do. You have a story, okay? You are started. You just got started. We all started from the same place. We all got the same kit in the mail. We all started from the bottom, and we had to work our way up. So when I first started, I talked about how excited I was that I was going to be making an extra $500 extra a month, because that was like my goal. It was technically $300, but then they announced like a $500 bonus at the time when I got started. And so I was talking about how I was about to make $500 extra a month, and how excited I was, and how much this was going to change my life. And I showed excitement, and I stepped out of my comfort zone. I did live videos. You guys, I was terrified, but you know what? It's crazy what you will do if you have a strong enough why. So you got to step out of your comfort zone for one. It's not going to feel warm and fuzzy at first, but once you start doing it, I promise you, you are going to just grow as a person, and you're going to feel so much better. And then people are going to want to watch your journey. Okay, so how I sign distributors is by my post. I post an opportunity, heartfelt post every single day. I post in my story about the opportunity, whether it's my story or talking about someone else's story or other people's success. No matter what, I'm talking about the opportunity in my story and on my wall every single day. Okay, so I've had multiple people here recently message me that I've talked to a year and a half ago, and they're like, okay, I've been praying about this opportunity. Like, I've been watching you for like a year and a half, and I'm ready to do this. So if you're newer in this business, it takes time for that. So let your consistency, like, be your reason. Like, being consistent is going to pay off, okay? So if you don't see, like, people enrolling right away, right now, they will. And I promise you, people will watch you to make sure you are being serious in this business. And they're going to watch you and say, okay, is this person like as serious in her business? Because if she's serious in her business, chances are she's going to be serious in helping me grow mine. If you weren't consistent in posting about the opportunity and what this business is doing for you and how grateful you are for this new opportunity or whatever, like, if you didn't do that every day, they're probably gonna be like, well, I don't know. She kind of seems like she's in it, but is she still working it? Like, I'm not sure. So then they're not gonna be sure if they want to join your business, because if you're not posting every single day, they're gonna be like, is she gonna take it seriously? Like, is she gonna help me? Like, so you gotta think about those things, okay? And you can't rush this, okay? And you can't think like, I need to sign distributors. I need to sign distributors. That is not what we are here for. We're here to change people's lives. Okay? You wanted your life changed when you started this business. Someone else needs that change too. You just got to find them. And so we are dealing with people here, okay? They're not dollar signs. So you want to make sure that you're looking at it at a different perspective and say, okay, today, whose life can I change? Because that is huge. It's a huge difference between I need a distributor because that's selfish into like whose life can I change? Who really needs this business? Like a mom that's struggling or college student that's drowning in debt of college and she just feels like, she can't get ahead or whatever. You talk about those things. Talk about your struggles on your posts and don't be scared to do that because people most likely can relate to that. And so then they will feel like connected to you. Okay, so you want them to feel connected because that is where they feel like they'll be more of like your friend than you just joining some business with some person. So that's like my biggest tip for like signing distributors. Okay, that's literally how I'm getting there. And guess what? It's also a lot of following up too. I am following up like crazy. If someone reaches out to me about the business, you best believe I'm writing their name down in my planner, okay? And I highlight their name, and I am following up with them the next day. So that's my next organization. That's my organization tip I'm going to tell you guys in just a minute. So that is how I sign distributors. And I just feel like when they come to you, they're more serious in doing this business. So I was someone that reached out to my sponsor when I first got started, when I really was just feeling like I hit rock bottom and I needed something. So that's why I don't cold message about the business anymore, but I just use like attraction marketing with my posts, and it really does work. So signing distributors, that is how I sign distributors. Exactly how. I'm not sugarcoating it. If someone tells me they don't have the money, I tell them that's why they need this business. Like, I'm very blunt with people, and I think sometimes, we get scared to tell people those things. Like, instead of, I know a lot of people kind of cut the conversation off when they say, like, oh, I don't have the money to start. You're like, okay, well, I'll check back in with you later. No, you say, this is why you need this business. Wouldn't an extra $500 each month help you? Like, what would you do if you could turn a $99 investment into $500 extra a month? And they're like, well, that's right. It's like, yeah, you have to make them think. So don't turn the conversations off so fast. Keep them going. And, people will make excuses. Like, the biggest excuses is like, no money. Okay, that I just gave you what to say back to them. The second one is, okay, I don't have time. Everyone has time to make for priorities, okay? Like I said, we have time to brush our teeth in the morning because we need to. It's just like this business. So I always tell people, like, look, how much time are you on your phone throughout the day? Even if it's 5 minutes at a time, checking it or texting someone back or scrolling. I'm like, what if you could use your time wisely and get paid for it from your phone? Okay. And it kind of just makes them think, like, yeah, I do waste a lot of time scrolling on social media. Like, so many people think that this business takes so much time when really it doesn't have to. Okay, we can work this business in increments, and that is so amazing because, it's just, you can work it around your schedule. You can work around your busy life. And so if you're using your time wisely and really working the business when you have an extra 15 minutes, not just scrolling, you can get so much done in 15 minutes, which is another thing I'm going to talk about here in a little while. So that's my point with distributors. I'm going to end on that. Customers. Okay, cold message for customers. I message on Instagram the golden message. If you do not know what the golden message is, it's just a message that we have that is just gold, and we call it the golden message because it works. So it's just a message about becoming a 90-day product model for me, and I'm giving them a nice compliment before see, gotta adjust, my back's killing me. Giving them a nice compliment when I first message them, so make them feel warm and fuzzy. But before I message people, this is the key, okay? This is key. Before I message people, I go to their page and I interact with 3 of their pictures and I comment on one. And so what that's doing is, for one, you're interacting with them. So it's going to boost your posts on their wall or on their newsfeed. So they're going to see your post more. 2, they're going to see your name in their notifications. Like, who says Courtney girl? She liked 3 of my pictures and comment on one. She's like, this is so nice. And then they're going to see your name in Messenger. She's like, oh, she just messaged me. And then if you give her a compliment that goes with her profile, she'll be like, oh my gosh, like she's just so nice. You don't believe how many people will say, thank you so much, I made their day because I gave them a compliment. And then I talk about the 90-day challenge. And like, I'm looking for 90-day product models. I think you're absolutely stunning. Like, I would love for you to do this with me. Like, would you be open for more information? I use text replacement, so I can't really remember exactly what the message is. But it's something very simple, like ridiculously simple. It's just genuine. And you want to be genuine, okay? I can't tell you how many times I get messages from people that are distributors for It Works, and they send me a message, and they're not even following my page. My page is private. They're not even following me, and they're telling me how gorgeous I am and would I be a product model. I'm like, don't do that. Like, you didn't even interact or looked at my picture. So that is why it's so important to look at people's profiles, for one, to make sure they're not another distributor in It Works or with anything else. And two, you want to connect with them. So I do like 3 of their pictures. I comment on one and I message them right after I do that because they're seeing me in multiple places. And so, and they are seeing that I actually took time to look at their page. Okay. So usually I'm not someone that waits forever to message them. I will probably message someone after I follow them on Instagram, probably 2 or 3 days after I follow them. I'm not scared. And honestly, people still love the compliments and they message me back, and I sign people doing that. So that might not work for everyone, but it does work for me. So just take that in consideration. It's not going to hurt to try, and try, like, meaning like more than just 2 days. It's going to take time for that, to see if something works for you or not. But so that's what I do on Instagram. I use the golden message, and I message people that are following me, and I don't message people that I'm not following back. So then I can make sure I can see their page. There's a reason why I'm not following them back, probably. So I don't message them. So I go to my followers, people that are following, people that are following me. I can't remember which one it's labeled as, but you get the picture. So I do that on Instagram. I add 100 people to 150 people a day on Instagram. My favorite way to do it is I literally just, when I'm scrolling and interacting with people, if someone has a good amount of likes on their picture, I'll click on their likes, and I'll just start following people that have really pretty profile pictures of themselves. I only add women. I don't add anybody that has like a cat picture as their profile. I'll add someone that has like a family picture or themselves as their profile picture on Instagram. And so as I'm scrolling, anytime that I'm scrolling on Facebook, I'm making sure I'm interacting as I'm scrolling, because that is so important so that these people can see your posts more. And most of the time when you add someone new on Instagram or Facebook, their posts will pop up on your wall. So the more you interact with them, the more they're going to see your posts. But how I add is that's what I do. I just scroll, and I'm liking and commenting on people's pictures. I'm like, oh, this girl has 100 likes on this picture. I'm going to click on her likes. I'm going to follow people she's following. It's literally that simple. It takes 5 minutes to do that. 5 minutes to follow people, 100 to 150 people a day on Instagram, okay? So that is exactly what I do. Then I do the same thing on Facebook, by the way, with adding. On Instagram, posting on my stories. You guys, if you're not using your stories, get to using your stories. They are so much fun. You can share your personal life. You can share the products that you make. So I'll wake up in the morning. I'll put something inspirational on there, maybe an inspirational quote, maybe a Bible verse or something. I'll definitely put me drinking my keto coffee or making it or boomeranging my keto coffee, like me mixing it up, whatever. Show that you're using the freaking products, okay? When you show people that you are using the products, and it doesn't have to be the keto coffee, but that's what I use every single morning. So I'm going to show people and talk about the keto coffee every single day because I use it every single day. So guess what I sell the most of? Keto coffee. So people will naturally keep watching your stories, and they're going to keep seeing you talk about this skinny coffee that helps with mental focus, and it helps with energy, and it burns fat. Like, they're going to want that, okay? And you got to be excited when you talk about it and tell them why you love it. literally, that's all we do in this business is we share the love that we have with the products. We are not salesmen. We're not trying to, sorry, my nose is itching. We're not trying to sell anything to people. We're literally just sharing the love that we have for the products in this business, okay? So don't overcomplicate it. People overcomplicate this business. It's really crazy. So make sure, for one, if you don't have an auto shipment and you're not using these products, you're hurting yourself. You're doing it yourself a disservice. And that's probably one of the reasons why, if you feel like you're not being successful, that's probably one of the reasons why, because you're not showing that you're using the products. So make sure you're using the products, make sure you're showing that you're using the products, and making sure that you're taking before and after pictures, or you're sharing about your testimony of like what the product's doing for you. Like the collagen, I show like why I love it, especially being pregnant, and it's helping my joint pain and muscles since they're stretching out. So I talk about that, and I show how I mix it up in a water bottle and I shake it up. People want to see how simple it is and all the benefits to it, okay? So throughout my story, I'll put before and after pictures all day long. I'll use like swipe up. I'll use polls. I'll use fun little GIFs in there. And I'll also be myself. I'm posting personal stuff. I'm posting if my house is a wreck. I'm posting if Lane's doing something funny. Like, I am being myself, and people want to follow you because you are you. So making sure that you are posting products every single day, opportunity every single day, and yourself every single day in your stories. Your story is your story. That's why they call it your story. So make sure you're sharing your story. It works as a part of you. Making sure you share that every single day. If you're not doing every day, you're hurting yourself. I promise you, because I've signed a ton of freaking customers and distributors from my stories. So you can also link it to Facebook. So how you do that? So if you go to your story on Instagram, you'll have to go to your story. This is something that I posted. You go down to, oops, you can't see that. Oops, can y'all see? I don't know. You'll go down to the little dots, and it'll say story settings, and then you can link it to Facebook. It's simple. So I link my stories to Facebook. I do not link my posts that are going on my wall to Facebook. I just link my stories. So that's what I do on Instagram, you guys, and I use both Facebook and Instagram pretty equally, like 50-50. And then on my wall, I only post once a day on Instagram. I feel like algorithm-wise, you only need to post once a day on Instagram. So Instagram is definitely different from Facebook because it's just pretty much pictures. So definitely make sure when you're posting stuff on your Instagram that you are posting quality pictures. If you're not posting quality pictures, people are gonna like pictures that are pretty. Filter them up. Not be fake, but pick that go. Make it crispier. Make it brighter. Make it smoother looking. Nothing I would never take a picture right now in the dark. I feel like I'm in the dark right now and I post it. It's not gonna be no one's gonna like that. It's not a pretty picture. So making sure you're posting quality pictures, and pretty much every single post every single day on Instagram is an opportunity to post. I'm just posting my pictures. And so people, when they come to my Instagram, they're not saying, oh, this is an It Works girl. They don't know, because I'm posting selfies, family pictures of me and my son. But the captions are opportunity. It's talking about how thankful I am and all this stuff. It's opportunity posts. And so when people like it, guess what? An open door for me to message them. Or if someone comments on it and they read the caption, that's someone that I got attention. Or they message me. I make sure that every single day I'm posting once a day on my Instagram, if not every other day, but most of the time, every single day on my Instagram wall. And it's opportunity post most of the time, 95% of the time. It is an opportunity post, okay? So that is why I'm signing distributors, you guys. I'm telling you. So on Facebook, I'm adding to my network, same exact way, but I'm only probably adding about 25 people a day on Facebook because I'm doing post to post, which we'll get into in a minute. So I'm doing that when I'm scrolling and interacting with people. I go to their likes and I'll add people that they're friends with. And I like to add people that are in different states because I want to grow my network around the whole world. So I think that's really good to do. And then I'm posting about 2 to 3 times a day. Post opportunity post. Most likely it's the same one that I post on Instagram. I'll post something inspirational. And most of my product posts, like every now and then I'll put a product post like on my wall, but most of them are on my stories because I'm posting them on my stories, and then I am messaging about opportunity, and I'm doing hosted posts about products. So I have a lot of ways that I'm talking about products to people. And so my posts are like really pretty posts, like inspirational stuff. I'll take pictures of me holding up the product, or just like a question, like with our new Thermophyte X, like would you take 2 pills a day to lose about like 30 pounds in 90 days? Like something like along those lines, something short and sweet. So I do those things too. So that's what I do on Facebook, and I am messaging. You guys, messaging is like one of the most important things in my entire business. If I did not message, I would not be enrolling probably at all. Maybe 1 to 2 customers a month. And I'm not. I'm enrolling a ton of people every single month, and it's from messaging them. If you are not asking, the answer will always be no. And posting is not asking. Don't think that you're going to sign a ton of people from your posts. The posts aren't there for that reason. Like, in a nutshell, yes, you would hope to get customers and distributors from your posts, and most of the time it's distributors from, your posts, but customers are mostly by asking. My posting is there to show I'm consistent in my business and that I love this business. But I don't expect to sign people from those posts. I am messaging like crazy. So host a post. If you're not doing host a post, you are hurting yourself. You are hurting yourself. Like, host a post has changed my business tremendously. I think most of my customers are from host a post. It's so cool too because I even sign distributors from them too. So if like someone's hosting a post and they get like a ton of comments on their the post that they posted for me, you best believe I'm gonna be like, hey girl, like, you have a ton of people commenting on your post, and I am just amazed. I would totally feel selfish if I took all of your customers from you that I knew you could be making money off of. Like, have you ever thought about making some extra money on the side? I would say something along those lines. So host a post is gold. So making sure I'm like, hey girl, question for you. And then like in our team, we've been doing giveaways. The giveaways are great. Giving free samples to people if they make a post for you based off of, and yes, I'm wearing a white tank top, so I got hot and had a cute hoodie on earlier, but I got too hot. So this is what's going on right now. But I'll say like, hey girl, question. And I think there's so many host-to-post videos out there that you literally could watch to see what host-to-post is if you have no idea what it is. Pretty much it's like referrals over social media. You're asking people to make a post for you on their wall, and then their friends are seeing it, and then their friends are getting interested, and you're adding their friends. So not only are you adding your network, you're also messaging people that are already interested in losing weight or whatever your host-to-post was about. So I send probably 75 to 100 messages every day, host posts mostly. And if like I do golden messages too. So probably a day I'll send 75 to 100 messages a day, honestly. And if you're thinking, wow, that's a lot, I promise you it is not a lot. So this is what I do when I message, okay? Now messaging, if you do not have text replacement set up on your phone, if you have an iPhone, it is so simple, okay? If you don't know what text replacement is, it's like you can use a shortcut word to type up a whole entire conversation, like a whole entire paragraph. So if someone says like keto coffee, like what is the keto coffee? I have like keto 1 as like my text replacement. The whole message will pop up. So this is what the keto coffee is, and it explains the coffee. And I send that keto 1 straight up to someone, and it's like, how long did that take? 2 seconds. So when I'm messaging for a hosted post, I'm literally I have hey girl question in a text replacement. Okay, it's question 1 if anybody wants to really know. I say question 1, question 1, question 1. But the biggest thing that has helped me stay accountable to messaging and messaging a lot of people a day, I use a timer and I message for 15 minutes straight. Okay. Now let me back up a little bit. 15 minutes straight does not mean I'm checking my notifications, I'm messaging people back, I'm whatever, I'm getting up to fold laundry. No, 15 minutes of messaging is just 15 minutes of messaging. If you text me and I'm in the middle of messaging and my timer hasn't gone off yet, I will not text you back. I will not be doing anything but messaging. So what I use is Focus Keeper. It's an app. And I put 15 minutes on the timer, play some Christian music because that's what gets me sane. Like, that's what calms me and gets me into my little, like, I don't know, my mind just goes like straight on to messaging. And so I play that and I sit there and I message. And what I do, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do, is, so on Messenger, okay, you can go to your contact list. You can go to down here to people, this little person down here, okay, the middle. And then there's a little like calendar, or a little book at the top right. And then it'll show you all of like your most recent contacts. And then it'll show people in alphabetical order, okay, from their last name. So what I do is I start from the letter A, okay, and I work my way down to whoever I stop at after the 15 minutes. So what I do after the 15 minutes is up, and I say question one, question one, question one, question one, question one. I have counted, and I could send like 75 messages in like 15 minutes. It's ridiculous. Now, this will take time to get quick. I just do it every single day, so I've gotten quicker and quicker. I kind of make it like a game, so make it more fun. I'm like, okay, let's see how many messages I can get. So after I'm done, like my timer goes off, I screenshot where I left off. You have an iPhone, you can do this. You can screenshot where you left off, pop up where you left off, and you can actually circle. This is terrible. You can circle the name that you left off, and I press done and save it to my photos, and it's in my photos. So guess what? When I go messaging tomorrow, new people, I go to my photos, and I'm like, who did I leave off at? Oh, I left off at Sarah. Okay, so I'll go find Sarah Smith. I don't know. And then I'll go to her name, and I'll start from there, and I'll work my way down for another 15 minutes. And literally, guys, that's as simple as it gets. So sometimes I even do 2 15-minute increments if I feel like I didn't get enough messages sent out, because some days I'm faster than other days. So if I only send out 50 messages in 15 minutes, which is still really good, I'll send another 15 minutes when like I'm watching TV or it's at a commercial break or something. You have to get creative. Okay, you have to. And you have to find what works for you, and you have to be focused when you're doing it, okay? So if you're sending 10 messages a day, 20 messages a day, and you feel like you're not signing anyone, that's probably why, okay? It's probably why. And do I get a ton of people posting for me every single day? Not every single day. I try to get at least 5 posts up. That's like my goal. And some of them are like crickets. One day I'll have nobody commenting on any of my posts. And then the next day it'll be like 13 comments and all these crazy comments. And it's like, don't get discouraged on the days that no one's commenting on your host post. You just keep going, okay? And the host post that I'm using is the Thermify X one and the coffee. Sorry, I'm choking. I'm drinking my collagen. Those are the 2 that I use, but I've been sticking with Thermify X since it's brand new. But the coffee has definitely worked for me in the past. And you can definitely upsell both of those, which is key. You want to upsell. That's what I do, guys. And then I'll switch to from host to post to golden messages. And I'll send, 25 to 50 messages, golden messages on Instagram. Just depends on how many messages I sent out on Facebook that day. That's just how I do it. So that's what I do every single day, y'all. Every day. So if you're like, okay, now I understand. I'm not getting enough I'm not signing a lot of customers or distributors because I'm not messaging enough, or I'm not posting enough, or I'm not even adding to my network. Because I promise you, if you don't ever add to your network, you will run out of people to talk to, and they're going to feel stuck, and it's not a fun feeling. Okay, it's not. I'm trying to think what else. I send happy birthdays to people. People just like that. Then I send thank you cards to my customers for customer retention. I just personally ordered ones, but you don't have to get that crazy. You can handwrite a thank you note. It's just so nice for people to get that before they get their products. So I usually like to send those out the day that I sign them up as a customer so that they can get it before they get their products. I'm trying to think what else. My organization tip really fast. Okay, so I have the lovely It Works planner, okay? It's a brand new one, and I love it. So what I do to stay organized. So all these people that I'm messaging, right, I want to keep track of the ones that are showing interest. Now, do I write down every person that I message name down? No. Okay, that's pointless. So what I do is I'm writing down people that are responding back to me and asking me questions like, what products? Or how do you make money? Or whatever. I'm writing their names down. So today, for instance, it is January 20th. It's Sunday. So everyone that I talk to today will go on January 20th. So I have not filled out all of my people. I have to go through my messages and write down everybody that I talk to. Okay? So the people that I talk to that day, I will write their name down this day. Okay? So everyone I talk to today is on here on today. I highlight my potential distributors so they stand out to me more. And then I just write down their name, Instagram name or Facebook name, wherever I found them, if they're a potential customer. And then the biggest thing that has changed my business, you guys, is tomorrow's Monday. So what I will do is tomorrow I will go back to today on Sunday, and I will follow up with every single person that I talked to on Sunday. And I'll say, hey girl, just wanted to message you really quick. I just had another spot open up and I knew you were interested before, so I wanted to message you really quickly first. Do you want it? Something like so ridiculously simple, it's crazy. You will not believe how many people sign up because I just messaged them the day after I talked to them. The reason why I do that is because it's so fresh on their mind. They're still thinking about it. They don't know. And then they see your message that you have a lot of urgency in your message, using like words like, I have one spot left, or like, I'm placing orders right now, or I have my computer in front of me right this second. Like, do you want me to get your order in? Using words like that's going to get people in like, okay, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And so that is why I message people the day after I talk to them, because it's fresh on their mind. And usually they're like, you know what, I do want to do this. And so then we'll get their order placed. Following up is key. And then usually on Fridays, I like to go through my whole week and I'll follow up with every single person. But every single day I'm following up. I'm not waiting just for Friday to follow up. I'm following up every single day. And this is one of my biggest tips that I'm sharing with people, because this is like a game changer to my business, was when I started doing this. So I just wanted to share that. And plan out your days. If you are someone that's busy, if you have a full-time job, or you just feel like you're just so busy, use the night before to plan out your days, to figure out when you're going to put It Works into your day. When are you going to post? Write it down. Plan your post out the night before. Like, do what you got to do to make this successful, because I promise you, there's going to be someone out there busier than you, that has a more crazy life than you, that is doing better than you in this business. I know that for me. I'm like, someone's always doing better than me, but there is. And so don't ever think that you can use I don't have time as an excuse, because you do. You make time for your priorities, okay? So if it is, waking up 30 minutes earlier, or going to bed at 30 minutes later, what's an extra 30 minutes to make an extra $500 plus a month for your family? Nothing. Okay? You won't be missing that when you get that paycheck each month. Okay? You won't be missing 30 minutes of sleep. Okay? So I hope this video helped. I know it's kind of long. I don't even know how long it is. I don't even remember when I started it. But I wanted to do this video because I wanted to kind of update it I had one in the past that I still like to use and to help people with how I work my business, but this is exactly how I work my business. And so I wanted to make this video so you could go back to it if you wanted to, or if you wanted to share it with someone or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And just remember to not overcomplicate this business, not get discouraged in this business so fast. Like, don't. Like, I don't even like saying the word discouraged, but I know everyone does. And just know that if you keep going and you're consistent, the only way you're going to fail is if you just don't do it. Okay? That's the only way you can fail in this business, if you just don't do the work and you're not consistent every day. And you think, like, I'm talking every day. Okay? So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. I going to upload it here soon. And yeah, if you have questions, I don't know if you, I know a lot of different people are going to be watching this, so if you personally know me, ask me, or your leader, or whatever, and we'll try to help you the best we can.